Cow dog. Cow dog. Hey. Come here. Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back. Cow dog, come here. Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna take you guys out here and show you the cow dog. Come here. Come here. We're gonna show you the cows out in their natural habitat. They're out here in this little penned-in area, and there's a lot of brush out here. I'll turn you around here in a second. This is pretty cool what they've done. There's a lot of brush out here in this area, and they're beating it down for me so that I can run through it and actually see through it to be able to cut it. But they've got this giant log that they've been walking on. They basically have turned it into a nice flat road. It's kind of cool looking. So I'm going to show that to you guys. Then we're going to go out here and visit the cows while they are nibbling. Tell you about what's coming up on the farm. Some animals leaving and some new additions coming in. Tell you guys about that, and then I'm going to show you what we use cow dog out here on the farm for. Let's go. This is a big log, and this was a complete half log, and the cows walking on it have turned it into a little cow highway. So cow dog's already getting busy doing what we use our dogs to do, and that is to move the freaking goats away all the time, especially from cow feed and out of these pens, because the goats can go out of the pens. You can see cow dog just walked in here and ushered all of them away. Good job, cow dog. They know. They know. They hear cow dog's name and they know they're not supposed to do anything. Watch this. Cow dog. Gee-haw! 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 Cow dogs are young mama healer. She's got 5 pups on the ground right now. They're about 4 weeks old, and she's already out doing this stuff and running around having fun, because this is what cow dog does. Cow dog hangs out with the cows. So we brought a bale in for the cows today, and they are decimating it. The goats come in here and eat this stuff, but the goats can be anywhere on this property and eat all of the stuff, so we don't like them to be in here eating the stuff that we have to pay for. Cow dog knows that, so as we were walking in here, I was trying to get cow dog to show you guys cow dog moving the goats off, but cow dog already knew what her job was, so she got to it. All right, guys, so here is what we've got going on. This is the highland herd. These are my highland cows. We'll start down here in the front. This is Dutch. You guys, if you've been following the channel for quite a while, you guys got to witness most of Dutch's birth, at least catch the after, like the moments after we got her on video. We may have actually caught her birth completely. I can't remember. It was a while ago now. That is Lila. Lila is the boss cow out here. She is our oldest cow out here, and she is Dutch's mom. So little Dutch there, Lila there. So these were our original first 2 cows. We bought Lila. Lila was pregnant. She had Dutch. So that was the beginning of our highland fold, also known to us as a herd. With these animals, they're called a fold. So the following year, I bought these heifers right here. So down here in front, that little one there, that is Helga. Helga right there. That is Helga, and Helga is actually a brindle. When I got her, she looked more reddish, but if you look into her face, you can see some kind of black stripes. Brindle is kind of like a tiger stripe pattern. It's a pretty cool pattern for these cows. Still a young heifer, hasn't been bred yet. This is Tilly right here. Tilly and Helga, and the one right back in the very back, that is Bonnie. Those 3 came off of the same farm. I bought them from the same ranch from a guy who does a fantastic job with his herd and with his genetics, and has some really good looking cows. As much as I absolutely love Lila, this cow here, and Lila's dun color, that's little brown color is dun, kind of brown and blonde. As much as I absolutely love Lila, and I love her on this farm, she'll always be my favorite cow, being our first cow. As much as I love her, once I got good genetics in the herd, I really realized how much of struggling genetics, or not as great of genetics, that Lila has. So Lila was us getting into the highland game. These guys were us getting into the genetics of the highland game. So getting back to Tilly, as you guys can see, Tilly's got some very large horns. She is actually a good bit younger than Lila, about a year, and you can tell that they are pretty much the same size. Lila is definitely the boss when it comes to whatever she wants in the pen. Tilly is the number 2. No one else messes with Tilly except Lila. Tilly is very sweet, but she is still she is not even 2 years old, so she is a very good sized cow. Very good looking cow, really nice genetics. We're excited to have Tilly on the farm. We're very excited for what will come out of Tilly. So this one here, guys, is Bonnie. If you look at Bonnie's horns, you can actually see that Bonnie broke off her tip when we were bringing her home. She only had about a 45-minute ride in the trailer, but she was in there with these other two. It was their first time in the trailer. They jostled around a bit, and she actually broke her tip off. And her tip, when we got her in the winter time, I think about November or so, they were actually inside of her hair, so you can see how much horn growth she's gotten just in this year. You couldn't see her horns, her hair was covering it up. So lots of growth out of these animals, this genetic line, from this specific ranch that we go to. Very impressed with the growth. So Bonnie is super sweet. She is probably my second favorite cow because she's just so sweet. So Bonnie's not the boss, so she has to jostle around. So we're gonna move around. We're gonna move around so you guys can see Bonnie. So Bonnie is probably my second favorite cow. She's extremely sweet. She's kind of got like an old soul feel to her. She's just sort of slow moving around the pasture, kind of comes up, sees what you're about. Just a cool cow. I know these cows all kind of look the same, but as you spend time around them, you really develop, like, their personalities shine through, and you start to pick favorites or ones that you really like, and Bonnie's really cool. I don't know what it is about her. I just like her. All right, we're gonna follow Helga. Helga is, these are all yearlings. So all 3 of these we got as yearlings. They're moving into that 1.5 to 2 year mark. So they're the same age category basically, but Helga is, Helga is quite a bit younger. Helga is very standoffish, so right now we're chasing her because she doesn't want to be on the same side of the bale as we do, but we want to come over here and look at Helga. So this is Helga. She's our smallest one. Her and Dutch, although they are standing next to each other right now, if Mama wasn't there, if Lila wasn't there, they would be fighting. So Dutch is very protected by his mom. Dutch is actually probably the lowest on the pole here on the farm. The rest of these cows will just yard sale this little guy if he's not near mom. If he's near mom, he's totally safe. They're not going to mess with him, and she pushes them away to keep them away from him. It's really funny. He's like that little brat that hides from his mom but messes with you, and then as soon as mom steps away, they all just try to beat on him. So if you look at Helga's face, you can see that she's a little bit different. If she lets you look at her. Okay, if you look at Helga's face, you can see that she's got black around her nose, and she's actually got black in her eyes, around her eyes, and it's actually kind of like a sunburst pattern coming out. And then you can see it in her legs as well. She has stripes, black stripes in her legs, and she has it in her chest and stuff too. So the brindle on her should become more prevalent as she gets older. Maybe not, it just depends. But the brindle is a very cool color, a color phase to have in your highland fold. So color phases, there's a bunch actually with these guys. So you've got dun. Dun is a really cool one. It's one of my favorites. It's kind of a dirty look to it. You've got brindle there, Helga's brindle, like we explained to you guys. And then these ones here are just kind of your typical reds. These ones are kind of a light red, maybe a hair bit of blonde to them or yellow, but they would be considered a red. Now you can get yellows, which are fairly yellow. You can get blacks, you can get whites. Lots of cool different colors of these exact same cows. A lot of people who I talk to about these cows seem to always think that they just come in red, but they don't. There's quite a bit of colors, and depending on what colors you have will dictate what colors you get. So certain colors only come if you have a certain color bull, which is pretty cool. Like having a black bull will only get you X color. All right, guys, so what is new on the farm? What's changing on the farm? Old Dutchman over there is actually leaving the farm. He has not left the farm yet, and no deal is done until it's done. But as of right now, I've got a guy interested in Dutch, so he will be taking Dutch with him. And so Dutch is leaving the farm. And now here, tomorrow, possibly the next day, we are going to be bringing a bull home. It's going to be a registered bull. It's actually coming off the same ranch as these ones here. So real nice genetics. I'll take you guys with, and I'll show you his daddy. His daddy's a big, impressive bull. Really cool genetic line. The owner of that bull knows his genetic line. He knows what he sought after and got. He paid to get what he wanted, and he's got a very nice bull. A very nice bull that apparently has been he's been offered some pretty good money for and won't take it because he's an impressive bull, and he's pretty rare. I guess you cannot get his genetic line anymore. I don't know. They trace these things way back. They see where genetics and stuff falls off the map, and he's one of the last of his breed. So really cool bull. We're really excited to bring in one of his offspring. We actually have 3 to choose from. I'm pretty sure I've chosen the one that I want. He's got 2 that are very impressive. It's just a matter of price point. All right, guys, that is my Highland fold, my Highland herd. That is where we are at this year. We are just bringing in 1 new bull this year, and then the herd will continue to grow throughout the coming years, at which we will be able to sell people Highland calves as well. That is the goal here, is to be able to have enough of a market where people can come to me, buy calves, and then I don't have to go and buy them from other people. Bulls will come and go, and cows you'll add, throughout the mix. One thing I think we're going to do from this point on is really look for a little bit more expensive cows. Registered cows, something that just kind of ups the value of your herd. You basically have 2 choices. You can buy anything, and I don't mean to dog on Lila because I love her, she's my favorite, but you can basically buy an anything type of cow, and they get much worse than Lila. Let me tell you, there's people who you'll see intermixed breeding in their Highland cows, and they're not pretty. Lila's still pretty, but she's much different than registered stock, more cultivated genetics. So you can go after the Lilas of the world, and there's nothing wrong with that. Lila's great, love Lila. Or you can spend money on some nicer cows that come from registered stock, or you can spend more money on registered cows. Depends on how you want to build your herd, and then you are developing it and growing it in the way that you choose to grow your herd, things that you want to see. And there's some other stuff, but we won't put it in this video. Maybe when we come back, we'll talk another time about different features, like their horns. Horns are a big feature that people like. Some people like swept up horns, some people like swept out horns. Typically, broken horns aren't highly sought after. I think Lila's pretty cool with her broken tip. As you guys know, we have shirts with Lila's likeness on it, and it's just kind of cool. Makes her a unique cow to have that little tip broke off, but we'll talk about horns in another video. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I am going to set you down and just let you hang out with the cows for a little bit, because this is something I like to do, is just sit and watch them eat, which is pretty funny. This was a brand new bale today. They were absolutely destroying it. Got a lot of oats in it. We wanted to bring some oats out into the field. Lots of seeds in this stuff, and we wanted to bring it out so it basically, as they poop it out and as they move it around and as they make this mess right here, that stuff will begin to seed the ground out here, and we'll start to see a lot of oat grass popping up.